Hi, everyone. It's Professor Hall. Welcome officially to week one of the Golden Age of Children's Literature. Now, if you haven't already, I have a short video walking you through the class and showing you what our Brightspace course looks like. So be sure to check that out. Also, for this course, just once again, as a reminder, you do not have any books to purchase. Everything that we're looking at is far, far out of copyright because we are looking at the period of 1865 to 1926. So because of that, all of your readings are free online. What I have done is in each module, I think except maybe for this week, when we get into our books next week, you'll have all of your books as a Word or PDF document that you can download and read, a link to the a website containing that book where you can read it online on your phone or on your computer or your tablet, and then also an audio version. I find that a lot of students like to listen to the audio version while they read, and sometimes I know if you're in a pinch and you're really busy, sometimes just that audio version is helpful to have. So those are all there for you. This week, you have a couple of lectures from me, but not so much to read. So I have an introduction to the Golden Age of Children's Literature, part 1. In that lecture, I go through the historical developments of children's literature, and I talk about how we kind of moved away from some religious and moral teaching and strictly educational books into the more whimsical, fanciful stories of our Golden Age. And then in the Golden Age Part 2, I talk a little bit more about the historical developments that led to those changes in literature. So we talk there about cultural changes and philosophy and even a little bit of medicine thrown in there as well. So it's pretty interesting. Then I have a third short video where I just break down the readings for this week. You have an excerpt from the book Tom Brown's School Days and an excerpt from the book Water Babies. So in that video, I break that down. And then your assignment for this week is your module 1 discussion. So you're going to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're hoping to learn this term. There's some questions there about the lectures. There's a poem for you to read as well, which I didn't talk about. I just want you to talk about. And then some questions about the readings and comparing the excerpts and getting into it and talking about it and that kind of thing. So I hope you can see this week some of one of the major goals for this class is looking at the history and looking at the culture and those contexts and what brought about this literature and influenced it and inspired the writers. And also for this week, the transitional books that are not quite as good as the ones we're going to be reading, but super interesting nonetheless. Moral and didactic sometimes, and other times fun. So they're a really interesting blend, I think, and I hope you enjoy them. And I can't wait to see your comments. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.